Hello and welcome to another episode of Daily Dose of Boss. Today I'm very excited because we've got another guest on who I'm ready, raring to go to hear about his story. Not only is he a husband and a father, he's also the founder of Golden Stream Media and also an eight-figure e-commerce expert and also one of the members of Forbes Business Council. Anatoly, how are you doing today?
Hey Jason, thanks for the warm welcome, and I appreciate to be here. And I'm doing really awesome and looking forward to share as much as possible with the audience, which is hopefully gonna be working for them if they implement, and especially like show them what is possible and how to manage that or other life situations, especially we're going to be speaking about life and the business altogether. So
Yeah.
looking forward to share all my journey or whatever is going to be valuable for audience. Looking forward for feedback as well.
Wow, that sounds good. And I mean, as I've got to know you and speak to you, I think we had a few conversations and also understand where you are in the space. A lot has happened. You've gone from working in Dubai as a waiter to now having an eight-figure business, and you have a family now. You have a child. You're married as well, and you've been successful on all different fronts. And I would say. Um, it's not always as it seems. You would say. I would say that there's much more to it than just what you see on the social media or the accolades and the awards and stuff. So I'm looking forward to get into that. And I think before people become successful, there's always some traits or some things that may be happening in their childhood or their background that kind of spur them on. I don't know if your path is a bit different or similar, but we can talk about that. How was your childhood? I mean, you grew up in Ukraine, right? And where did it all start for you?
Oh yeah, it's actually a great subject about the childhood. So basically, my story about the e-commerce started in Dubai, but my whole story about who I am today, it's for sure from the childhood because this is where I start understanding that something is really wrong in my life because I wasn't grow up in the poor family, like really poor, because there is a different stories of people who become like self-made,
Yeah,
wealthy person from the like street homeless. No, I was really in the nice family, full of financial problems. It's true. Like we were full in debt. We were had problems with paying for our house. I mean, we were living in the house for 3 years without any kind of refurbishing inside. It was just naked walls, like blocks were seen around.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, because we had not enough money to recover it to make it fully proper way,
yeah,
and we took the loan. We just took the mortgage on our house to make this kind of refurbishing, and at the end we were supposed, I was 16 or 15. I supposed to work together with school to help my mom to pay this loan. After that, I went to university and supposed to pay for university by myself as well because my mom was trying to help me, but she was just deeper and deeper down in the debt. My father has business fully unsuccessfully and he lost his health. He got diabetes. Like when I was looking on entrepreneurship in the childhood, for me it was the nightmare. I was looking on my father and I was saying to myself, I will never ever be an entrepreneur. The future is like working for someone else, get management position, deliver the value, make the money. But and even make the money for me, it was like I was thinking too small because all my life from 16, first job for which I got, it was 13 years old.
wow.
Uh,
15, that's very
uh,
young.
yeah, I was cleaning graffiti on the like kind of like mountain place, and after that, from 14, I started working on contract construction site.
Okay,
So on construction, on the weekends, on the holidays, my friends were traveling somewhere. I was working with some other buddies of mine who need money as well. So
yeah,
I mean, I wasn't that poor, but if I want something in life, I have to go and earn it. I mean, I have to go and make the money for it. And I didn't think about mental work. I was thinking only everything is possible only to do the physical job. So I was doing the construction, cleaning, whatever it was like possible. Even in the bus, I was collecting money and giving tickets. Like even that kind of job, one season I have made. And I went to university and finished with master degree in finances and banking. And my family was proud of me because in my family nobody had education.
Okay.
I mean, like university education, and it was a big thing for us. And I finished that with the debt, and I wasn't able to like I was living like everyone, I believe everyone will understand. I have to pay for the checks. I need to have extra money for living. So and I start working in the bank, and I used to work in the bank like up to 3 years, and I like understand that. And I start working in the bank at 18 years old. 18, yeah, and 20 till 21, and in 18 years old, in 19, after 1 year I started, I became like one of the top three guys in our department, and they moved me to VAP department to deal with the entrepreneurs from my country, from the local cities from the region. It was a big move. Again, parents are proud, but I'm not making any money. I
Yeah.
mean,
So
it
it's
was
nine
just
to five. Yeah. So it's a minion
yeah,
job. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just diving into the work in the banking, and there is no outcome. But that experience with the in the VIP department for the entrepreneurs to get them overdraft loans, it's like a short loans for the business to manage cash flow. That give me huge understanding about the businesses, how it's working from inside. And because I was personally a 19-year-old kid, was analyzing the businesses, financial systems of the guys who are 40 plus years old. It was
Mm.
funny for me, but
Yeah.
it was amazing experience about understanding the business in general.
Yeah.
And again, it's nothing changed for me. I mean, still no money. I changed the job from bank to sales
Okay.
in the private sector for like alcohol. We used to work with the supermarkets. After that, cookies, candies factory,
Yeah.
and it was I start making quite okay money for my country. I was managed to have a fun and in the same time pay the loan, but it wasn't stay long. I mean, I understood that it just again I'm just circling around,
Yeah.
and my dream was to move out to some other country. First of all, to make more money. Secondly, just to see the world, and I got chance to get a job in Dubai.
Okay.
Guy with master degree in finances, but I got a job as a runner. It's
Okay.
in Abu Dhabi,
Hmm.
in the restaurant named Cipriani,
Okay.
to clean dirty plates from the table and bring to the kitchen. I
Wow.
had no English, nothing, but I decided to move and make this step and just do whatever it takes to earn more money and
Yeah.
succeed. And
How
it was
do you? Sorry to interrupt you. How
yeah.
did you feel going from working in a bank in Ukraine? I mean, it's not the you're not the manager, you're not the bank manager, but you're working in a bank in Ukraine. Now you've gone to Abu Dhabi and you're cleaning dishes in the back office of a restaurant. Like, I mean, talk me through how you're feeling. Is it okay? I've just got to get through the season, or you're disappointed in yourself? Like, what is how you feeling?
Actually, no, nobody asked me this question. It's awesome question. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
To be honest, Jason, what was my feelings that moment? I was the happiest person in the world, in
No
my
way.
personal world. I understood how horrible it is,
Mm,
but for me, as a person who grew up in the full of financial problems family, for person who went through the education, work in the bank, which is I was thinking it will be a dream job and disappointed a lot. I
yeah.
understood it's not about where you work, it's about how much you make. And to compare with Ukraine, I was making not much more on that position, but I had open world in front of me. When I came in Dubai or in Abu Dhabi, that moment I was like, no way. The world is so big. There is
Mm,
so
mm.
much opportunities. There is
So
so
much more.
yeah. In 3 weeks, I didn't know English. it was full of Spanish, Italian, and Filipino people in the team, and I didn't know English. For me, first 3 weeks was horrible, but I start studying English, start a bit talking, and I obviously what I done always in my life, I just push forward myself to be better in where I am right now. In the like, doesn't matter where I am, I supposed to be the best, and I really done such an incredible push in terms of proving my English and in terms of show up that in 3 weeks when we open restaurant they move me from runner to assistant waiter, which is I
Okay.
was already just bringing drinks, taking the orders time to time. So it is, I understand it's nothing, but for me it's a big thing. For
Yeah.
no, like I only one got promoted in 3 weeks,
Okay.
and it was really awesome. But I was always looking for something better. I have master degree. Okay, let's think
Hmm.
where I'm going. I was trying, and from that moment, fails are started. I failed so many times because I was applying for hundreds and hundreds. After that, because I was used to stay in Dubai 5 years.
Okay.
First 3.5 years, I used to work in the hospitality and non-stop applying for different job positions. And at the end, on the last half year, I applied for over thousands of applications, and I always fail. If I have interview, always fail, always rejection. Even interview went so great, you're feeling like like you understand each other, like
Yeah.
they don't care about my English. They're like you feeling like, oh my god, that's for me, that's mine, and they're telling you, sorry, we have to get someone else. Or cabin crew. I was planning to be a cabin crew this because I want to travel around the world. I want a cabin crew. I went through 8 steps of the interview, and from 3 times, 2 times I got to final, and
Yeah.
in final was everything great, and after that message in 2 weeks because they
Um,
giving an answer in 2 weeks, like
so now,
sorry,
so
we
now you
decided.
must. So now you must, when you get on the planes, you must look at the guys and be like, "I wanted to be like you guys, but now I'm in business class."
Yeah, actually, that was something similar. Like I realized that when I been in Cipriani, because our clients were super VIP guests, like
Okay.
really, it's expensive place,
Yeah.
and I understood that I'm around them, and I was trying to talk to them. Like I'm a freaking like assistant waiter. When I moved to Dubai, I went to Roberto's restaurant where it was like a DAFC place. DAFC, it's Dubai Financial International Center,
Hmm.
there was only businessmen, only like CEOs, businessmen, high positions, people having lunch, dinner. And what I done, all the waiters were cleaning, taking orders, and I was talking to them. I was selling myself. I'm a financial guy. I'm blah blah. I was selling myself, and
Yeah.
plus in the way why I'm proud that I've been in hospitality. To be honest with you, because it was hard, a kind of horrible experience, but
Hmm.
from another way, one person who is the CEO of the big pharmaceutical company teach me one thing on interview, that he was a waiter as well. He's 40 plus, he's the big guy, and he said, I've been a waiter as well. And
Yeah.
he said to me something that it's the best life experience ever to be a great leader or running your own business. I didn't understand that time, but
Mm.
he tried to explain me that you learn in there great time management. It's true, and plus you know how to sell. Because what's the thing, when I used to work in the high quality restaurants, we always had the trainings of upselling, selling. When person already full, you can offer extra like coffee, tea, takeaway. You just know how to present that person even full, but he want to try because you make it sweet as possible. Wine $3,000. You telling not kind of what kind of grapes is that. You telling the story how people from 18th century were growing that grapes and the family business. You just start sharing the story about he lost his wife. He decided to like present that bottle. Blah blah. You start selling stories, and you
Yeah.
understood that stories is the number one thing. Real stories, not like
Real
just
stories.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just study the subject, and after that you're not selling the product, you're selling the story. And
Yeah.
people buying wine for 3,000 not because of taste. To be honest, taste is horrible. I'm trying the wine for 500, it's nice. Trying
Yeah.
wine for 3K, it's horrible. Like
It's
what
horrible.
the fuck? Yeah, it's just my opinion because I don't
Yeah.
love I don't love red wine, but this is
Okay.
what I had feeling.
Cool.
Anyway, I learned the sales. At that moment I had a girlfriend from Ukraine. She moved to me. We got married, and finally I got the job. To be honest with you, how I got the job, I was going through the high buildings, skyscrapers. It's
Yeah.
60, 40, 60 floors. I
Wow.
was going to the last floor. There is actually a reception in the first floor. You are not able to pass through. So I was saying some stories that I have to visit one guy upstairs. Like it was hard, but anyway, I was passed through,
Yeah.
going to the last floor, let's say 60 floor, and by stairs going down floor by floor, just giving CVs everywhere.
Wow.
It was every single day off in the restaurant. I'm just like that. My friend was going with the bag full of CVs with me,
TVs.
and I take the CV going in the office.
Wow. And I
It's
wanted to say, I wanted to say, as you're talking, for anyone listening and watching, like they don't see this side of you because it's like, okay, on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, you are this person who just comes and says, hey, 5 tips in growing your brand through ads and do this and do that. But they don't know that it's been years and years of putting together. And as you spoke about the bank, I was like, okay, so he knows the financial sides of the business. Like, when now a banker is talking to you about we've got to do this, we've got to do that, you'll be like, okay, I've heard this before. Okay, I think I know what to change. And then it comes down to the sales side of things. You really know how to sell yourself. And then it comes down to the customer service. Again, you know where to be genuine and real and have that the pressure points to kind of talk with and connect with people. So it's like it's destiny. It's like it literally as you're talking, I'm like every single step. And if you would have stopped or you would have been discouraged, I don't think maybe you'd be here today, or you would have taken a different path completely. Um, or we wouldn't even know each other, to be honest. And so, okay, cool. So, getting back to your story, you said, okay, so you married your wife, and then yeah, you married your wife. You're in Dubai at the moment, and what next?
Yeah, so I just want to actually add it to your point because really
Yeah,
it's full of steps during the years, even not understanding where it would bring you, but it's full of steps to build you who you are. And the thing is, like, really, what was make me difference? I was always broke in Dubai because I was thinking I will make money and I will be like saving money. Unfortunately, I got married. I bring the wife. I since I bring the wife, I have to move out from the apartments, from the accommodation, which is was free for me, and pay out from by myself, where like it was a kind of expensive for that moment for me. What I'm just trying to say, all my friends who were come as well there, like from Ukraine. Later on, we brought totally 9 friends from childhood. So we were really like happy to work all in the similar places next to
yeah,
each other. What's the difference? Only me, I was always trying to get the better work and always to push myself forward for the better position. So they were
okay.
sitting straight and saving money, and they have money, and I had no money, but always on some other better place. And they were like, "You have to stop. You have to wait. You have to save because if you resign before contract is ended in Dubai, like you have to pay the fine." And fine, it's
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah, fine is 2 salaries, which is I never had in my pocket. So
Wow.
it was always difficult. I burned the money from guys who are saving and staying all the time, my friends, and I
Yeah,
was moving, and they said, wait, at least one year, just wait to save money. I said, no, I cannot wait. I don't want to wait. I want get something better because hospitality it was for me just a bridge to come there, study English, and after that move to the financial sector or somewhere.
yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, so the basically I was going through the skyscrapers. To be honest with you, it was useless, but at least was the approach. I mean, and I had a couple of the wonderful interviews because of the guests in the restaurant. So I was telling myself, they said, "Listen, like you're a good sales guy. Just like take the business card, call me." And it was a couple of times happened. A couple of times people were just lying. I was calling them. They're like, "Oh, I like okay, got it." But anyway, I was trying. I was pushing, and this kind of cold calls when you speak to some super wealthy person and you're like nobody, it's feeling hard to make this step, but I was just doesn't matter, I will call it, I will try to
Yeah,
push,
yeah,
I will try to get my thing. And a few times I get really unbelievable awesome interviews, everything was great, and I just made some wrong answer one time, or I just answer everything is great, and there was me and lady, and they decide to go with lady. So it
Uh,
was unbelievable, stupid reasons why I didn't get the nice job.
yeah.
And that moment I start studying the books about motivation because it was hard to move forward without motivation. And I started reading inspiration books, motivation, no excuses from Brian Tracy. It was just fucking brain killer for me. It's an
Yeah.
unbelievable like mindset changing book, and I have to done it. I have to done it. I will get another job. I will be better. So and I read that moment as well, Jack Ma, his notes and his story, and
You saw it.
and I put myself, obviously it's not close me and him, but I put
Yeah.
my story next to him because he rejected 25 times on different works.
Mhm.
Even McDonald's reject him to
That's
come
crazy.
into the business. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I'm always getting reject. And like I put to myself understanding something else is waiting for me.
Yeah.
Something else. Like I was reading him and like, oh my god, this is. I believe that is why I didn't get the job. That is
Yeah.
why I'm not getting that job, this job, just because something is waiting for me, something else. And my wife said to me in one day, okay, so I already found out a job in another sector out of hospitality finally, because I
Wow.
got the driving license. I invest in driving license $1,000, which was incredible amount for me at that moment. I spend money because I've been with my wife. She was working as well, so I was able finally to have some finances together. And I got the driving license and I got a job in the construction sector, uh, where I'm gonna be having a car from the company and working as a salesman. I like
Okay.
perfect. I'm all in, but salary was 2 times lower than in hospitality.
Wow. This is
So
so annoying, man.
yeah, it was like I said to my wife, we made a deal like, listen, you working, me working. I'm doing that just to finally kick out of hospitality and stay on the right path.
Yeah.
And she said, okay, together we will manage. We were renting the simple room with Filipino family in the apartment. So we had only room. No, we never had apartments together because it was expensive for us.
Okay.
And I moved to that sector 5 months. I became completely broke because like 2 times less salary. And I started searching for some part times. I had once in a month, two in a month, like some waiter job in some bars, like after the duties in the construction site.
Yeah.
But February 2000, here is where is the real story begin of e-commerce.
Yeah.
February 2017, I came home. It was to 24th of February. My wife said to me, "I'm pregnant," and
Wow.
I was so happy. But in the same time, I became so scared because we have nothing, no savings, nothing. We just able to survive because working together. And
Yeah.
now I understand that my wife will lose the job. We will not have insurance, which is without insurance. It's around $7,000 delivery of the baby in
That's a
Dubai.
baby. Wow.
And I like completely. I said, listen, let me go in the pharmacy to get another test to make sure that it is correct. I mean,
Yeah.
because like we want to make sure. My wife is scared because she understands even she understood even deeper than me what kind of situation we have,
Of
like how we
course.
can bring baby in this world.
Yeah.
And you know what is important, my wife were really wealthy successful person in pharmaceutical business in Ukraine. I
Okay.
mean, and she left everything because of me and came, and she
Wow.
said I will be with you and we'll deal with everything. I was like, that's why she became my wife,
Yeah.
because it mattered for me.
Yeah.
But that moment she was crying, and so like, how we gonna manage? So I went to the pharmacy outside. It was plus 35 or plus 40 degrees outside in Dubai, sun, and I'm just like going, and my legs are shaking, like my knees are
Crazy.
shaking, and
Yeah.
I will never forget that feeling. And I'm just stuck on the street. I couldn't walk. I'm just almost crying, and like, what I'm gonna be doing? And like,
Mm,
and that moment I promised to myself, I will do whatever it takes to bring my child in this world in different financial position where I am, were in the childhood and where I am right now. as for today. And
Wow.
I just took another test, came back, start telling to my wife everything will be fine. And in 5 months, unfortunately, I supposed to make a decision to bring her back to Ukraine,
Mhm.
uh, because we have no money anymore to pay for the even room
Yeah.
and to keep her there because she's supposed to resign at work. And yeah, like I in that moment I found out another job. As always, I said I'm pushing my forward myself all the time.
Yeah.
In the gas company, it was my dream.
Wow.
Gas or petrol company in
Yeah.
UAE.
Oil
This
or
was,
something like that.
yeah, yeah. I was looking at as a high level performance management, like
Okay.
making money. And I went there. I said to my wife, "Listen, you going to Ukraine? I'm going there. I'm making money. We're gonna be great." I was like, I'm found out. And unfortunately, the salary was exactly the same as a previous job, but they
Oh
were
no. Come on,
but
man.
but they were promising big commissions because of the deals, like deals on millions and
Yeah.
dirhams, like 300 $500,000 each
Yeah.
deal, and you're gonna be getting commission. And I was like, whoa, like I'm gonna be doing that. I always on the long term guy. I'm not
Yeah.
looking on the make money right now.
Okay.
And as always in the practice, it was a lie. We ended a year. I'm just going a bit on the future, but just to let you know about this job, like we end the year, I closed like several millions deals,
Okay.
and I was like third guy of performance in the team,
Yeah.
and we didn't get any commissions. It was
No
a lie.
way.
Yeah, and I was already, I wasn't care that moment because that moment I was already in e-commerce. So coming back in the
Okay.
moment, in the moment when I drove my wife to Ukraine, I went back. I got the bed space in the two-bedroom apartments, whereas another seven guys was living, and just start thinking what else I can do. Okay, more waiter jobs on the part times,
Yeah.
let's do it. 7:30 till 5:30, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. I'm in the gas company.
Mhm.
6:30 I'm already somewhere on the private villas, bars, restaurants. 11 p.m. sometimes in the nightclubs, serving. So it's became from couple of times a month, it became couple of times a week, and later on it became every single night,
Overnight.
every
Wow.
single year. And during this time I found out the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Oh, of
and
course. That's
uh,
that's the book for
and,
everyone, isn't it?
and that is was the life changing moment in terms of understanding I want to be an entrepreneur. So
Okay.
that's why I told you at the beginning about my father. I
Yeah.
said to me, I will never do any kind of entrepreneurship in my life because it is as it is. My father lost really like health on it.
Okay.
And I just understood that because of the right books, I understood that mental things supposed to be different. My father didn't get that.
Yeah.
And second thing, I understood the itself, the model from the Robert Kiyosaki. I started reading more books from him and more books about sales from the Brian Tracy. And after that, I opened to myself for a Grant Cardone, 10x rules, and be obsessed or be average. That was freaking incredible, which has helped me to survive in e-commerce at the beginning.
Okay.
So I just like, okay, done. I'm gonna be searching for business models. What can we
Yeah.
do as a business? While I was working in that gas company, I wasn't really like, I was scared about that, obviously, but I was thinking already, what can I do by myself? So
Mhm.
I was doing the
I have
job.
I have one I have one question. Sorry to cut you off. It's a very strange question, but do you miss anything from that time in Dubai, the struggle, the hustle? Do you miss anything from that time?
I would tell you, I I super glad that I had that time.
Okay.
Because when I'm coming back in my memories, I always smiling, even especially the biggest fails, which is I had, which is I remember I was almost crying and even crying.
Yeah.
And there was such a painful moments in life about always failing with no reason. When someone really worse than you I'm not saying that I'm was the best, but I'm saying I know that on the logical way, on the particular station, I was better, and I
Yeah.
was
Then
failing
even
with
some
no
other people.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it was really, really difficult. And plus, there was moment when I brought already my wife back to Dubai, and my gas company promised me that they will pay me 25K for the apartments, for flight tickets, and so on, so on, so on. I make some money on e-commerce. I borrow some money from friends, and I just bring them. And after that, they said, "No, we won't give you anything.
Okay.
Sorry, but yeah, yeah, we were telling you, but sorry, it's not the best time."
This is
And I was like, it was discussed, to be honest,
wow.
and it was horrible. I was crying in the car because everything what I made in e-commerce, so there was not much because I lost as well. There is like fails came,
Wow. So
but
I wanted to so another I wanted to ask another question. Um, for anyone listening, just to recap again, we've spoken a bit extensive into Anatoly's background and childhood, and I mean, growing up in Ukraine, working in the bank, and then moving to Dubai. And I think when you said that life changing moment when your wife said she's pregnant, you're on the street on the way to the pharmacy, shaking, don't know what to do, excited, happy, but also worried and anxious. And you just say, no, I've got to do this. Like, I can't, there can't be like no other option but to do well and be successful in life. I think that's definitely like a milestone or like a time in your life where you said it that kind of clicked, but it's what you need to do. And then now moving on to, okay, you went back to Ukraine and you're working a bit in e-commerce as well and doing a few other things. So just to be on a lighter note, I'll tell you, I just wanted to take it a bit onto the sector where it's this or that. It's basically just a few other questions for people to understand you a bit more as a person. So tea or coffee, Messi or Ronaldo, that type of stuff. And yeah, so are you ready?
yeah, of course,
Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Would you rather live in the past, the present, or the future?
in the present for sure.
Cool, cool, cool. Would you rather, if you meet a celebrity, would you rather take a picture or have an autograph?
I met several celebrities in my life because of the places where I used to work.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I would better start talking to them about something general than asking for picture or photography because it was super horrible to do that, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But yeah, picture. I would say
Picture.
picture, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Would you rather face your enemy or face your fear?
Face my fear for sure.
Okay. Cool, cool.
That's what pushing us forward.
Okay. And would you rather have a friend who is a peacemaker or a troublemaker?
Peacemaker for sure, peacemaker.
Cool, cool, cool. Do you rather like to give advice or to receive advice?
Receive advice from people who are about me in where I wanna be.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Cool, cool. That sounds good. Okay. Um, would you, in terms of seasons, do you like summer or winter?
Summer,
Summer. Okay.
100%.
Cool, cool, cool. US or UK?
I love both. Been playing both places.
Yeah.
In terms of business perspective and in terms of growth, US
Okay.
for sure. Yeah,
Cool.
pluses
Sounds.
and minuses in both, but US.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Would you rather be a mind reader or someone who can teleport?
Can you describe it? I just didn't get it.
Teleport as in like you can just jump from like let's say you're in Ukraine and then 1 minute you're in London, like just move around, or either just read someone's mind.
Like okay, sorry. Yeah, to be in other places. I
Other
mean,
places.
I love to travel. I
Okay.
love to travel a lot.
Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Would you rather wear dark color clothing or bright colors?
Dark.
Dark. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Okay. And if you had a choice, would you go on a cruise in Europe or on a cruise in the Caribbean?
Caribbean, because I haven't been there.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. Okay. Um, chicken and chips or pizza?
Pizza.
Okay. Okay, interesting. Would you rather have a night in or a night out with friends?
Night out, I believe.
Night out. Okay, cool. Do you prefer to close a business deal in person or online?
No, only online. Nothing offline. Never.
Mm. Okay, okay, interesting. Would you rather like to be an employee or the boss?
I don't like to be any of these options, but I want to be.
Interesting.
I love to be a leader. We have in
Leader.
our company a
Okay.
leader. We don't have a boss, to be
Okay.
honest.
Okay. That's good.
It's
That's
two
good.
different things.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay. Are you good with movies? Not really.
Oh, yeah, I love movies.
Okay, cool. So, Karate Kid or Back to the Future?
Back to the Future, my favorite from childhood.
Come
I
on.
just yesterday we finished part three with my son.
Oh, okay, okay. That sounds good. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Toy Story or Monsters Inc.
Oh, good questions. Before it was Monster Inc., but I would say Toy Story because recently we as well finished with my son.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. That sounds good. Would you rather volunteer your time or donate money?
A bit of both, but we are donating actively. So
Okay.
yeah, a bit of both, but donation is like in terms of the times perspective, donation is the best.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Do you rather love to motivate or inspire?
Uh, we doing both a lot with the team. I mean,
Yeah.
but I would say motivation. No, in both of them, it's like quite similar for me.
Yeah,
But
they're quite
inspire,
similar,
yeah, yeah. So motivation for sure is like I love motivate people.
yeah. Okay.
That's why I'm telling my story in the details because people, when they hear that there is not such like that, not they are not alone. They felt several times in their own. They
Yeah.
were maybe drug addicted or whatever. There is different stories in the world. But the matter is, whatever challenge you have in your life,
Yeah.
if you deal with that, you will manage and you're able to make yourself as who you want to see yourself. So
Yeah.
that's why motivation is like I love to share motivation and inspiring people.
Okay. Okay, cool. Are you more of a spontaneous person or more of a planner?
Planner.
Planner. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Who would you rather like to meet, dinosaurs or aliens?
Mm, if dinosaurs won't eat me, so most probably dinosaurs.
Okay, cool. Um, what is the better? Well, I don't know if it's the better situation to be in or the worst situation to be in. Flat tire or run out of petrol?
Mm, the worst, yeah.
Yeah, the worst. Yeah,
In my case right now, the lose the petrol.
it's petrol.
That
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
in
Yeah,
my end because I'm
mm,
traveling for last 6 months,
yeah. Okay,
unfortunately.
cool. Would you rather take your clothes to the dry cleaners or use it in a washing machine in your house?
Mm, it depends,
Okay.
but washing machine in the house.
Okay, cool. And then, if you're in a relationship, would you rather break up with the person over a text message or in person?
Oh, no, no, in person, only in person.
Only in person.
Harder, like dealing with fear.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
coming back
Literally.
to other answer.
Cool, cool. Okay, the last one we're gonna take is: would you rather? Are you more of a texter or more of a phone caller?
mm, phone caller,
Phone caller.
100%. Audio messages, phone caller, yeah.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. That sounds great. So, for anyone that's just tuned in, is listening, or is watching, this is the Daily Dose of Boss. I'm here with Anatoly, and he is an eight-figure e-commerce expert and also the founder of Golden Stream Media. I'm loving this chat. I hope you are as well. We've spoken a bit about his background, how he got into business from Dubai till now, and we also have just done a bit of this or that to just get to know him a bit more as a person. I also wanted to touch briefly on leaving Ukraine recently in the war. I think in our last conversation we spoke about it briefly. It is a very delicate subject, and it's very sad to see what's happening in Ukraine currently. And you mentioned that you escaped the war when it just began. What was it like? I don't have any question, like a particular question. What was it like? How did you escape? Yeah, for those kind of first few days.
So, just to make it clear, yes, I'm from Ukraine, And the thing has happened on 24th of February, and that's why I just mentioned a few minutes ago that the last 6 months I'm traveling, unfortunately. This time, unfortunately, because I'm traveling not because I want, because we have to. And we cannot come back in Ukraine. Like the number one thing when it happens, to make it clear, I was alone with my son, 4-year-old boy, and my wife. I give her for 14th of February the gift. I bought for her a tour to Spain with fitness tour with bloggers. So I just said to her, take a rest and enjoy the time. And 1 week I will stay with my son. When she left, in 3 days everything started, and I was alone with him. It was 6 a.m. Everyone was calling me. On the background was explosions, shelling in Melitopol from my relatives. My father was calling me that time. I was in Kiev, and I was asleep when first explode happened. And I just went to the windows, and we were on the fourth floor, and I have seen how crowd is just running around with the luggages, pulling into the cars, and was like just running. Like I was, it was like I'm staying, I'm looking in the window, I'm listening to someone on the call, and I couldn't believe that it happened to me because I went to sleep at 3 a.m. and
Okay.
4 a.m. everything happens. 6
Wow.
a.m. I got wake up
Yeah.
by family relatives, and I looking on my son. I'm alone. I'm without my wife because always my son on my wife. I'm thinking about business. I'm thinking about how to make money. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about where we would go to travel.
Hmm.
Like I'm thinking about always that part. And
Yeah.
my wife was all about son always. I mean ever. And here I'm alone. I don't know what to like. What should I do? I mean it was such a scared moment like that morning I never had yet in my life. I believe like most of the Ukrainians. Like I I I just stuck. No, I didn't stuck to be honest. I was just running 3 rooms between the rooms like that in the apartments. I was just running and didn't know what to do. I was and my son was sleeping in the bed. So yeah, I called to my wife. I said this has happened, and she was crying. I said no worries, we will find out the solution. And obviously the border became closed to the men
Yeah.
because of the war, and officially war started. Like I just took my son, we grab everything together whatever we can, and we sit down in the car with our friends on another car. By 2 cars we went through, like everyone was going through Zhytomyr highway, whereas people, like, to let you understand, one of my assistant, she tried to move from Kiev to through that highway. She
Okay.
stayed there, she stayed on the exit of the Kiev for 1 day, and she returned and came back in the basement and stayed in the basement after that 10 days because she was not able to leave. There was always traffic jam.
Yeah.
There was a people stop. Plus, no petrols on the gas stations, no petrols, and my bag always full. My car always full of petrol. But this time, I don't know how, but I had almost like empty car, and I like, oh, like as always in my end, it's always if
Yeah.
fucked up, it
Yeah.
is the biggest fucked up ever, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I take my son. I just go start hiking for the petrol station. There is a queue, 1 kilometer's queue in the petrol station, but I just made as always in my end.
Okay.
Like I will squeeze. I will do whatever I can to. Like they're just staying, and I'm just squeezing
Yeah.
between them. So I in 3 hours I got the petrol, and we went through another way which is more dangerous next to the Russia border highway where is
Okay.
nobody was going, and me
Wow.
and my friend, he said, I know the road, let's go with me. Anyway, it was like tanks, it was several shit on the way. The thing is that we came to the border, and I stayed in the queue for 4 days. We were living almost 4 days, we were living in the car with my son, and we read more and more news that borders is closed. Nobody would give you chance to pass through. Nobody, everyone. I calling in the government. There is a couple of people who I know. I mean, government friends. I
Yeah.
call into friends, fathers, friends, and all. Like, how can I cross through? Everyone saying no. Go back in Kiev. Go. And in Kiev started the most horrible time in that moment. when they came in, there was hard moments in that beginning of the war. Like first was 1 month in the Kiev was hell, and I said no, with the sun I won't go back, no way. And we stay on the border, and back to us. It was there was quiet because all the things are going in the Kiev, are going in the west of the country, or east, sorry. And we stay in another part of the country, and here is back us, like 3 kilometers from us, huge explosion, Boof, boof, 3 times. And
Like
it was
you can see it or you can hear it from where you.
yeah, no, I we can see it, we can hear it, like it's but I even record the video, and like fuck, I said no, now for sure, no way back, because this city which we crossed to go there, it was through the military city. That was full of military, like schools, universities, so they bombarded in exactly that place. And I said only moving forward, and my friend said, oh, it's fine if no, we're going back. I said
Wow.
not in my
And
case.
how is your son feeling at this moment in time with you?
To be honest with you, six. I was scared because I understood that I have to wake him up and explain by 4-year-old boy. I have to explain, please listen to me.
Hmm.
And I didn't believe that it would be working, so I just woke him up 6:45 in the morning, like, Maxim, please wait. And he started crying because I just woke him up. I said, wait,
Yeah.
please wait. And I started explaining to him, listen, now it's the most, do you want to see mom again? He said yes. This is the moment where you have to listen your father. You have to eat whatever I told you, because he was always difficult in eating everything. He
Okay.
was eat the only particular food. I
Okay.
said, you're gonna be eat whatever I will give you,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be listen to me and doing whatever I will tell to you. It's very, very important. You have to listen. He
Yeah.
said, I said, did you get it? He said, yes, pop. Please don't cry. Don't, like, just be calm, and I will deal with everything. He said, okay. And when we were living in the car, he was already understanding what's going on, because I was on the phones all the time,
Yeah.
and he was like, I want to see my mom. And I said, if you want to see mom, you have to deal. We have to be here with me in the car. So we were living for 4 days in the car. He grew minimum for 1 year. That's for sure. Mentally,
Yeah.
he became so strong. He became so smarter and understanding all everything what's happening. And when we came to the border,
Mhm.
the guys directly told us, go back,
That's
because I'm
crazy.
I'm, I'm not qualified. I said no. I have a son. I won't go back. Go back! I told you. Like, he just started showing the Kalashnikov, all the shit. I said no.
Yeah.
I won't go anywhere. Please don't do that. Call your, like, your boss.
Yeah.
Go from here. And I'm just staying. They start already, like, pointing by their guns on us, like, go away. My son started crying. He just grabbed me on the hands. Like I said, please, we have to move. I mean, and why I was doing that, it's not because, like, I just want to I know that I'm not eligible to go
Yeah.
legally, but there was a point. I started staying in the queue when, like, on 24th before midnight, we were
Hmm.
still able to cross the border. But
Okay.
because queue was 3.5 days,
Yeah.
we lose that chance, because
Yeah.
they already closed the. It's first thing. Second thing, my wife was in Spain when everything started. Not after the war, she crossed the border and waiting on the other side, and we have chance to cross with the boy. Not. I had all the proofs. My wife recorded video that she's going to Germany from Spain to the shelter, where she will be protected. And, like, I was showing that, listen, here is the documents, here is the flight tickets, here is everything. My wife left the country before everything started. I need
Hmm.
to deliver baby for her.
Yeah.
I need to move. I need to make him safe. So anyway, rejection was everywhere. I said, my friend, when he was with the pregnant wife, with the 4-year-old boy as well, and they said, go home. And he said, okay. And he just go back. And he said, are you going with me? I said, man, no,
No.
I won't go. I won't go.
I'm still here.
Yeah. And I spent one day extra on the border itself. where I was fighting with all of them. I found the boss. I explained to the boss. I explained again and again and again. I showed the proofs. And I said, listen, whatever you would tell me, I won't leave. So what by it's a long story. I understand maybe someone doesn't feel that, and someone maybe think it's like boring, but to be
Yeah.
honest, the main point why I'm sharing that in details, here is an example. My friend and me, he's a great guy. We are friends, I mean, but he just quit and go back. He said, I from the beginning said I won't quit until I will get the point.
Yeah.
And it was all the red flags everywhere. Everywhere you are not going to pass the border. I
Yeah.
said, I don't care. I will do that. And I was pushing forward. My son is crying and he's on my hands. And I said, I don't care. I'm gonna be cross it.
Wow.
So I spent really a day, and after that, security like one guy passed me through to the border itself. I mean, because there is like a gates, and after that a border. I was thinking gates, it's a border. I never passed through by car.
Yeah.
I went to the border, and people saying you're going now on the war. I like what? Not even going back. Like they taking me on the war. I
Yeah.
used, I said my I have a 4 year baby in the car. He's going with you. Are you fucking kidding me? Like what are you talking about?
This is
It,
crazy, man.
it was at night 1 a.m. and I was already called to my wife, baby, like we are in, like the borders are let us pass through,
Yeah.
all good. But it was gates, it wasn't the border, and I didn't know. I stayed another three
Okay.
hours in the queue, and after my wife already crying that she's waiting for us in Germany, she going to Poland to visit us, to grab us, I mean.
Wow.
And I just come in and they're saying you're going to the war now, and
Wow.
like they calling soldiers to pick me up and all this shit. Anyway, I pass legally. I just like, because I have as well. What is important? It's white ticket. White ticket. It's where you are in Ukraine eligible. Do not take anything like you're not in the army.
Okay.
Because of the health in
Yeah.
the childhood, I
Oh,
had this
okay.
white ticket, and
Okay.
I'm able do not go there. But
Okay.
because of stress, all the documents I left at home. We didn't take any
Oh.
documents except passports.
Okay.
And she said, "Do you have it?" I said, "Yes, I have it." "Why you didn't tell me?" I said, "Because I don't have with me, and you won't accept that." She said, "Yeah, I won't accept it. I see. I've told you. I'm not even pointing out to that. I'm pointing out to you that." And I start explaining to the lady on the border, like,
Yeah.
"Listen, this is tickets. This is the thing. We're supposed to be in another place because what's the main thing? 25th, 24th, everything started. 25th, we had the flight tickets to the conference in Dubai. My wife supposed to flew to Dubai, and we supposed to meet there. But unfortunately, because everything happened, I had the tickets, I had approval. Like, listen, I shouldn't be here. And it's like it's a matter of my wife and not with us. I won't allow my son to go back. There was explosions 5 kilometers back. I won't allow him to go back. Anyway, we would. I'm the person who always dealing with the people to, like, in the childhood, if someone want to fight,
Yeah.
I'm gonna like a group of 10 people
Okay.
want to fight with each other 5 to 5. I'm gonna be who staying between all everyone and staying and controlling and
Yeah.
explaining that it doesn't make sense
Yeah.
and trying to figure it out on words. I
Definitely.
was fighting in my life, but I was always trying to avoid it. If you cannot avoid, obviously you fight. But the same in the situations like that, I was trying to get
Okay.
deal by the words political in political side. I supposed to be for moving forward on the way of eligible, like legal way, and in the same time logical way, because like she was giving such a point which has no logic. And I said, listen, so if you said like this and that, it means nobody allowed, but you go.
Yeah.
She like, yes. I said, so if yes, it means this and that, it means that. She said, wait a second. I was like just
Yeah.
pointing on her
Yeah.
mistakes.
Pressing her. Point like
Yeah,
pushing her. Yeah.
I just was using logic, law, which is I don't know the law, but I know that during those 3 days I studied some law
Yeah.
about this particular case,
Yeah.
and I was just pointing exactly what it
Wow.
makes sense. And
This is
they
crazy.
just they just removed the human being and they put it into the law. They
Mm.
put it into the what I'm talking to them.
Wow.
and they like I will they will still reject it. And after
Yeah.
that, the guy came who's supposed to take me out and bring back to Ukraine. He said, "What's happening?" And I explained to him exactly the same, in exactly the same way, and he was like understanding, like, what are you doing for living? I'm
Okay.
saying I'm a digital advertiser. So like I said, listen, first of all, we already helping to Ukraine with donations. It's true. And I said, I will help more by doing what I'm doing financially.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna be taking the gun and do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like explaining
Wow.
everything, and it was the last point what I said. It was
Okay.
only to him. I didn't say to anyone else because
Okay.
he asked me, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And I explained to him, and after that, he went to speak with the lady, and they said, "Okay, go
Wow.
through and please tell us what you have done to Ukraine." I explained during 3 days. I already helped. Like I am not promoting that, but we already helped. Like for some like for some kids there was like internat, yeah, it's
Okay.
called in English,
Yeah.
like the place where kids are growing without parents. And
Okay.
plus we helped some other places in Bucha. Unfortunately, there was horrible situation, so we helped
Yeah.
with the food,
Okay.
with other things. So I
Wow.
just tell them that they said, if you're doing that, please keep doing. I said,
Mm,
guys, I told you I'm doing it. I even didn't tell you that before because
yeah.
you were not asking. I don't want to promote that.
Yeah.
But you see, if I leave, I'm gonna be continue doing that, and I'm gonna be giving more value. Then I'm gonna just stay. And after that, I took the phone number of the guy who
Mhm.
allowed me to go, and I sent him during the first months. I was sending him a pictures, videos, and so on for what we have done. I mean, we
Okay.
bought some bulletproof jackets.
Okay.
We bought some bulletproof hats. We
Yeah.
bought food, humanitarian
Wow.
help to the people who were moved from the shelling.
Yeah.
We done a lot of things with our agency, with the guys, and I was sending to him, and I was said that thank you for allowing me to go out.
And I,
By that you help these people to survive,
yeah.
and
And I wanted
he
to,
was appreciated. Yeah.
yeah, and I wanted to say I think that's something that definitely I really do appreciate that you're not only just money focused and revenue focused, but you also make an impact and genuinely love your country. And so thank you so much for that and for your team for that as well. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So definitely that sounds great in terms of what you guys have done. I wanted to quickly talk about the feeling of now crossing the border and feeling okay, you've left the kind of the war zone, but you are a Ukrainian, you know, it's in you. What is that after feeling or after kind of mindset?
Uh, it is the question on point, I would tell you, because before I crossed the border, I was feeling only my son, my son, my son, my son. I was feeling I have to protect him. I wasn't care about anything else. Protect my son. It was the goal. I didn't see any borders. I see the goal. And main point was my son, to make him safe and make sure that he is safe and he won't have any trauma in his life by not seeing the most horrible things in the war.
Yeah.
When I crossed the border, it was around 2 a.m. It was late night. I just stopped on the highway like around 5. I wasn't believing. I was just crossed through the all these like points, security points. There was like 4 different points or 5, and I was super scared that I won't able to do that. But finally, we crossed through. I went through 5, maximum 7 kilometers from the border on the highway, and just stopped. And my son was sleeping back, and I was start crying. I mean, after that feeling, I mean, when I crossed the border,
Yeah.
I realized that son is completely protected,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the like happiness.
Yeah.
But even more than happiness, it took sadness and feel guilty,
Yeah.
feel guilty for my nation, for Ukraine, for I ran away. The feeling that I done something bad for my country and people there, and
Yeah.
I start really judging myself that it is not correct.
Yeah.
But again, I look back on this chair, in the kid on the kid chair in the car, and I realize no. everything is correct. That was the matter, number one matter for me. I have to deal with him. And when we already met my wife in few days, well, first long time, several days,
Yeah.
I was super down that I left the country, and I was even saying a couple of times to my wife, maybe I have to go back, maybe I have to hold back, maybe. But logically speaking, I would not give any value there.
Yeah.
Well, because what we done when I went out, we just start building a plan, what we gonna, how we gonna help, and we start helping financially on the points where it really needed, not like in the general bank account of the Ukrainian military. No, we
Yeah.
didn't, we
Yeah.
haven't done that.
You need
It's like
you
there is
need
other
to
people
go
doing.
straight to the point. Yeah.
Yeah, like people lost their house, they're running from the shelter from Kharkov to Kiev. Okay, they need pampers, they need food, they need place where to stay. Like they need a lot of things, and volunteers are arranging that, but they need finances. Hey, we're gonna help you out. In my local city where I grew up, Zaporizhia, there is like, it's next to the front where is all the things is happening. My friends from my company still there. They decided not to go, and they were arranging, we sending money, and they were arranging a lot of like quadrocopters, night visions, like bulletproof jackets, and a lot of other things to the soldiers on the front. And I start feeling myself much better. I start feeling myself much better,
Hmm.
but still feel guilty. Yeah, I believe in only in couple of months I become a bit, I would say, softer to myself, and I'm just, sorry, bro. Can you pause? Can you pause? Sorry.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Let's continue.
Yeah. So as I said, like I feel guilty, but later on, I understood. I look on my wife, I look on my son. We are all together. We are protected. We are safe. I take care of my mom. My mom came to another border, and I brought her to Germany. I take care of my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law. So if I won't be there, won't be nobody would be take care of them, and they would be going through the hard path. But because of me, of us, my wife, my son, and me, we were able to really help them out to make this transition as soft as possible,
Hmm.
especially financially,
Yeah.
because financially we weren't able to help out all of them, and we will bring them with us, and in the same time I was helping to Ukraine. So that's why I believe we done correct way in terms of the family person, in terms of the relatives, especially my mom, my mother-in-law. They are saved, and because of me, they were like smoothly take this transition.
Yeah.
So, but to give a summary about that, what is the point? That entrepreneurship and uh, experience experience gives me possibilities to make it happen,
Yes.
to bring my son in the safe place, to be with my wife and help my relatives and help into Ukraine. Because first of all, financially I'm able to do that, and secondly, the experience in the business allows me do not quit and understand that any kind of thing is manageable. And if I will manage this stuff, and my son and me, we're gonna survive and we're gonna make it happen. Nothing in business is not able to be a real problem to compare to this. So, but to saying that at the end is that uh, every problem in the business is manageable if it's not related to your life.
Yeah.
That was the biggest outcome from whole that situation. When I was staying in the queue, I was telling to myself that all the problems in the business, it's not the problems. Problems is here,
Right
and
now.
if we manage this problem, nothing could stop us. And that's what I'm telling to everyone out there. I know, guys, hopefully you listen all the things, because I really want to bring to you the mental strong understanding
Yeah.
that you are able to manage the problems even you think it's not manageable. Most of the time they looks like not manageable, but if you look on that on another angle and give it a bit time and a lot of tries, a lot of fails, you will
Yeah.
find out the solution, which is
Yeah.
allows you to move forward.
Wow.
That's my output.
Wow, wow, wow. That sounds great. And for anyone listening, I mean, it's been a roller coaster as we're talking. Like, it's been, I'm just speechless in terms of your journey. And again, you cannot just say to the trolls and to the people who maybe sometimes don't like what you do, or just think you are just this big shot who talks about marketing and da 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 da. There's much more to it, and if you don't know the person, just don't make any comment, just don't. You never know what somebody has been through or what has someone survived. And I wanted to go a bit more onto the light side of things, so talk about the business. And with Golden Stream Media, you've been doing so well. So we spoke about earlier, I think a previous conversation where in January 2018 you were around making revenue around 50K dollars, and then towards the end of that year it was around $150,000, and then towards the I think the next year around August or July, that you made almost your first kind of million. I wanted to ask, for anyone that's listening and is doing business, what do you feel people don't do that doesn't allow them to have longevity in business and also to scale in business?
One answer for sure for that, it's building a team.
Okay, okay. So,
We are always scared and thinking it's not that important, and we scared to do the any next necessary steps, and especially spend some more money on
money.
something what is looks I can do by myself.
Okay.
Then faster you start building the team, then faster your brain start focusing on the next step on the business, not on the internal operation things, because operation things could be managed by people, but next steps to grow the business, it should be managed by you or other person who you're going to be hiring, and he will be focusing exactly on that. So by that being said, 99% of people who are dealing with the business, they staying still small business owners and making x amount or even closing their doors because it doesn't work for them, or they just exhausted and burn out, is because they are doing everything by themselves. You should build a team not to become lazy and do nothing. No, you build a team to move forward to the next steps. And how to do that? You must have a free time to make these steps happen.
Okay.
So your work is network as a business owner, network with the right people and make the necessary steps, learn the necessary subjects, understand how to manage the team, and make your company great,
Wow.
from good to great. Yes, and the team supposed to be managed under your vision,
Yeah.
supposed to manage the company and make it rolling non-stop.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be just taking step by step further, and this is where I start hiring the team in March 2020. When COVID started, everyone was losing the jobs, everyone was crying that we will die, and I just decided that I will push forward. It's
Okay.
the biggest opportunities ever in the human in the humanist history. And in first months, we made uh, 4x or 5x. I believe 5x to compare to like any other months in the past. 5x in the first months because I hired three
Okay.
people, 5x. And after that, another 2 or 3x, and and we just start growing. I mean, that's the point, like hiring the team. Sorry for the long answer, but I just
No, no,
like
no, that's
provide you
fine.
the reason
Yeah,
why.
I wanted to even ask what makes, because you must have had some bad hires along the way. You must have had some bad people, and then afterwards you hired them, and then you fired them, and then you hire new people, and then they work for longer, and then but you do fire some. So I wanted to ask what makes a good team player.
First of all, you're supposed to understand that they have the same or similar mindset like yours. I mean, they for the long run, they don't want to make a cash today now and that's it. They're looking for the perspective. They are really supposed to enjoy what they are doing, and they supposed to enjoy to spend to other team members. So if these three things are working together, so then there is no reason for the person leave the company. And especially he's supposed to be happy about like we given like our main vision, we given the lifestyle life laptop lifestyle.
Mhm.
The person can do the work at 2 a.m., can do the work at 8 a.m., 2 p.m. It doesn't matter. The most important, the work's supposed to be done. So, which is means it's allowed to our guys in the team. Now we are 40 plus people in the team.
Yeah,
Allow them to live the laptop lifestyle and do the work from where they want and when they want.
when they want.
So yeah, and they deciding and managing their day. They don't have this five times a week they must sit in the office or whatever.
Yeah,
Nothing,
yeah,
like everything it's how they, and so that's why the person's supposed to be similar mindset like you, and self controlled person. So because they're working for themselves, they supposed to understand that, yeah, like we have a like formula, let's say, in the team, who you're gonna earn as much as how much you're gonna done.
yeah,
So and they are interested to make it more, and they interested to make it like on the long run for them, so they're
yeah.
working for themselves, and
Okay.
they have self-discipline to do the things in whatever it takes, but
Yeah,
on the time which is most suitable for them. So give them flexibility, see that they have similar mindset, and they supposed to enjoy what they're doing and with whom they're doing.
okay.
Then yeah, then it would be a great path.
Okay, cool. That sounds great. I know we are just wrapping up. For anyone that's listened, I think you should be definitely inspired by Anatoly and his work, but not only his work, but also his mindset, his ethic, and also his background as well. I just have a few more questions. We're just going to wrap up. We're going to talk a bit about your achievements and what you've done, and also for the future in terms of advertising and e-commerce, as well as the kind of upcoming recession. I wanted to ask as well, um, what do you see the future of advertising looking like? Like, obviously, Facebook ads was very big and the massive platform back in the day, but now there's TikTok ads, there's influencer marketing. What do you think works in terms of e-commerce, or is going to work later on for the future?
Good question. So first of all, what we notice, yes, TikTok getting a big attention right now from the audience, and Facebook losing positions not because of TikTok.
Hmm.
No, Facebook losing position because of them.
Yeah, because of
They making the nightmare for marketers to work on their platform. It's a nightmare. It's a
literally,
real, like, we are dealing with Facebook, and we won't quit on Facebook because Facebook it still has the biggest audience, biggest output there in terms of advertising. Okay, they're still leaders, but they losing position, and so many big entrepreneurs who are making 100 millions a year just quit on Facebook forever. I mean, are seriously, like, I was shocked that they just quit on it, and I said to myself, no, we're gonna keep going, but but we'll make attention to TikTok as well. So people moved directly to TikTok only. We moved TikTok and Facebook, both platforms at the moment, and it just what's the future about Facebook. They trying to become TikTok view style for organic, for visitors, for all
yeah,
the things, and plus they are updating algorithms according to that as well. But what is the future? I would say is the, like, if you want to be a great advertiser, it doesn't matter, it would be TikTok or Facebook.
uh-huh.
In general, advertiser, it is already in nowadays, it's not like before, influencers to the audience, brand to the audience. It is audience to the audience, so consumer to consumer. That's why nowadays UGC content, unique generated content,
Yeah,
is something what is there for sure the future
hmm,
of the advertising, because UGC allows us to get content from our consumers who gonna use the product and tell their feedback to the audience without any call to actions, without selling points, just how it is, how they like it or they don't like
and
it.
like yeah,
Or yeah, so obviously you're going to be used how they like it, so how they like it, why they like it, so they pointing out to us advertisers what exactly the real bullet points in the niche, like they exactly saying what's the strong point of the product. So UGC content is the future. I mean, it was always there, but it was mostly from influencers. It was mostly from big stars. So if we are speaking about big brands and so on,
Yeah.
now people want to see just like them. They want to see the same people like them, like Dwayne Johnson. He has tequila, Terramana tequila. Really, I'm not drinking since 2026 at all. But
Okay.
when I visit the United States, I was really looking for this freaking tequila to buy it and try it, because I was super appreciate and respect his team approach in terms of marketing. In
Yeah.
Instagram, he's like 300 million follower page, yeah. So like in Instagram, they just made it like, hey, buy the bottle, record the video how you have a fun, and they post it on
Okay.
his page. And
Okay.
it was simple families, simple friends, simple girlfriends, simple like people who are on
Yeah.
simple kitchen, on the simple yard,
Yeah.
just having fun and
Yeah.
sharing. And it's got massive feedback.
Yeah.
And people seeing it like, oh, I want to do I want to be on his page.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to have a fun and show and point it out, and there was like ridiculous videos even, not just, and it was nothing about the scenario, it was the real people experience with this freaking tequila. And I love the approach, and I have to try the tequila, and I like, shit, this marketing is working, even me, I want to try
Yeah.
it, because
Yeah.
yeah, I'm wondering, I'm wondering.
Wow.
And that's I believe it is a perfect example about
Okay.
consumer to consumer.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really what's working in our days, I
Wow.
believe so.
And I agree as well because recently I was talking to someone. I was saying Beyonce recently joined TikTok, and her first video to basically promote her album, she put together videos of people dancing to her songs, singing to her songs. I think the "Break My Soul" that she had released, and um, when she put those all together, she tagged the people that had put the UGC videos or content together. And it's again, even TikTok themselves said the queen is here, and so UGC is definitely something that is going to be the future. I definitely agree with you, and it's something that we should definitely take note of, especially in the e-commerce sector. I wanted to also round up and say, and I tell you, you've done a lot of stuff in your life, from being a banker to being the marketer that you are now. You recently were called into, or you had the award to be part of the two-comer club, which is when you've made over 1 million $1 million in revenue generated through a sale funnel. You're also part of the members, kind of a member of the Forbes Council as well, Business Forbes Council. Um, I wanted to ask, how does it feel? What are your is it something you're expecting in terms of the accolades, the awards, or is it just something that came along? Or would you rather say that when you're building, just build and all these things will come and join you along the journey? I just wanted to think about, yeah, get your mindset on that as we wrap up.
Mm. Yeah, can you just pause from this moment, and I will start with answer. I need just
Okay, so the final next question I wanted to ask was, you're part of the Forbes Business Council. You've also got an award to be part of the One Comma Club, if I'm correct, which says that you've generated over $1 million in revenue. I wanted to ask, what is the feeling? Is it, wow, I accomplished something great, or it's like, okay, I wasn't really expecting this, let's keep on moving, let's keep on going, or it's like, okay, take a minute to celebrate this and then we move on? Like, what's the mindset behind that, those special moments along the way?
uh, first of all, just want to answer that we have couple of two comma clubs awards, and we are applying for another few right now.
Okay, sounds good.
We have as well seven figures award from my mentor, and we are waiting for another three, I believe.
Okay.
And really looking forward for three comma club from traffic and from ClickFunnels,
Yeah.
which is 10 million award. That's really we're looking forward to achieve.
Amazing.
And but just to, it's a good thing, like what we were feeling to come back in 2018. It's almost a year how I'm doing the e-commerce already. I felt the first year full of fails, couple of money here, couple of money there, but huge loss there, huge mass loss there, you know. But I mean, it was the journey. The first year was real nightmare, but an unbelievable excited nightmare. I mean, I wasn't ever it's such excited like the first year in my life in e-commerce. So the thing is, in 2018, I found out what does it mean to come a club. I found out what is does it mean ClickFunnels, and I was like, wow, but it's not for me. It's 1 million. It's nothing. It's nothing. What I can do. I
Yeah,
want just to make some money for my family, for my
of
son when
course.
he'll come.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's not for me. But I was like, wow, those people really like awesome. Those people are really making results, and this kind of like for me, it was something like I was looking, and it was inspiration. I
yeah,
was inspiring myself. After that, I start saying to myself, maybe in one day I should get one. In one, I started believing. I mean,
yeah,
because I was reading a lot of books about
yeah.
like again mindset, and plus I start getting results, especially when I start getting as you mentioned first 50K ever, and like one day I must have that. One day it will be with me, and plus my mentor as well give to another student 7-figure award in Shopify for making results on Shopify over a
Okay.
million. And I'm like, fuck, it's not for me, but one day I'll get it. Like I'm far from how people could get to that level. I'm far, but I will get it. I will make it happen. And 2019, I got from Shopify. I mean, from my mentor about made in Shopify first 7 figures. He sent to me the plug. It was unbelievable moment. My wife didn't understand me like it's a plug. What?
Ah,
And for me,
it's not just
for
the plaque.
yeah, like okay, well done. Like I thought, well, what do you mean well done? Like no, it's something what I was it's like for me like I don't know
Yeah.
I saw it for me it was something huge. So and after that and I was like and I got it and I like whoa, and that's it, and start proud just that I have it, but whoa, and I just moving forward.
Okay.
But when we got ClickFunnels, because it's $1 billion company,
Yeah.
when I got from ClickFunnels the plug back in 2020, in 2020 we got two. In 6 months we got two plugs.
Wow, that's great.
Uh, yeah, in 4 months we achieved another million, and they sent that to us in 2 months, another one. So total 6 months different between two plugs.
Yeah.
And in 2021, when I got the first plug, that moment I stuck for a bit. And I was just looking on that plug and couldn't believe that there is my name and in my company name, because it's not me, it's our team. That plug is for our team. It's not about me. Without them, I won't be able ever to do that. So, but I was just like looking, and it's name of our company. It's my name on it, and I'm like holding. Oh my god! And I remember 2018, like shit, like in one day I will have it, and I'm looking on it like like it was just a proud moment, and
Yeah.
my wife that moment as well like step on me, and my son already grow up a bit 2020 already, and he like pop, what is that? I explain it, and my mom started or my wife starts saying to him there's some kind of compliments that this is for achievements and so
Yeah.
on. And I was amazed. I was really amazed. And after that, in 6 months, we received the like we were invited for Forbes Business Council. We
Yeah.
receive as well like a plug from there that I'm a member of Forbes Business Council, and in the same time we received the Tucoma Club. So in the same day, a second one. So when I opened the one thing, second thing, like whoa, like 6 months different. I remember that feeling, but now it's already second came, and that feeling was like moving forward, more like it was just like already normal, and it was funny for me because I was looking for that as a life achievement, but at the end it became just like okay, moving forward, what's next,
Yeah.
let's move on. And that's, I believe, the right feeling when you just look on it and you okay, let's move forward, nothing changed. And actually, even with my first ever sale on the Shopify, when people saying you never forget your first sale, and people always like, oh my god, I was crying and so on when I got first sale. When I got first sale, I remember I got first sale. I look on my phone. Oh shit, sale! Whoa! I like, I like, whoa. Okay, what's next?
Okay,
It was
what's next?
yeah, I like what like I haven't like oh my god crying, no, like what's next?
Yeah.
I was my life is all about what's next, because and actually I learned that thing later from another book which is called in Win. by winner by the Tim Grover, I believe. Yeah,
Okay.
unbelievable book where he's explaining that win it's now and today. Tomorrow it's not a win anymore. Tomorrow you have another challenge. Like win will never stay with you forever. It's just a moment. So tomorrow you have to fight for another wins, and you like get. And I understood that feeling because before I couldn't describe that feeling, and now after reading that book a year ago, I understood what is the feeling when you see in something. Okay, what's next?
Yeah.
It's showing you that you're strong mentally and you are able to go and move forward. That's wonderful. If you have similar feeling when you get some wins, believe me, it's a great feeling. Don't feel that you are just tough, you are like not appreciated. It's different with appreciation. The importance is feel that you're appreciating. Let's move on. Here it is done. Let's achieve another thing.
Yeah.
And obviously, important thing when you win, and this is a big win anyway. It's always like different level in your life. When you get 7-figure plug or 6-figure plug or whatever, any kind of like course achievement, and you got a certificate,
Yeah.
any win, or you got your first $10,000 a day, a month, a week, whatever. Celebrate when you get some win, just celebrate. Not go all in and VIP
Crazy. Yeah.
jet and so on. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, just go on the dinner with your parents, with your wife, or like how I'm celebrating because actually whatever I want, I will done for me.
Yeah.
Like I love jump with the parachute and like skydiving. I love do something. I love emotional things. For me, emotional
Okay.
things is the best gifts ever which I can get. Physical gifts, it's just a material thing, especially in the war.
Yeah.
We left everything at home, and then
Mm.
even my plugs, I'm so missing them. They're back in
Wow.
Ukraine, but I will deliver them later on by somehow. Let's see.
Yeah.
Anyway, just what I'm saying that what important here is you need to celebrate, and how I celebrating, I'm buying for my wife and my son something or
Hmm.
making some fun for them,
Wow.
so they are super happy, and I'm looking at them. I'm happy of having this
Wow.
fun with them. Like, and this make me like always win supposed to be make you feel better. How celebrate a bit, do some small thing which is will make your life different. Take weekend if you have already a good financial situation, and you always think, oh my god, I'm tired, I have to go to fly somewhere, to go somewhere, or I wish to be there at least once. If you're already on the level where you can, but still telling yourself, I wish one time, make this one time today. I mean, this is you're gonna feel, because it's gonna be another dream come true.
Yeah.
It's another win, and you'll feel even more warmer and more grateful for first win. So make something what you dream about a long time ago, and do that.
Wow. Wow. That sounds great. And fortunately or unfortunately, we've come to the end. And I just wanted to say, number one, thank you. Thank you for being open. Thank you for being honest. And also, as I'm talking to you and as we're building this friendship, I one thing I really like is your mindset and your mentality. It's like keep on going, keep on going. We can't stop. From the 18-year-old or 90-year-old who was in a bank, working in a bank in Ukraine, to now having been part of the Two Comma Club and Forbes Business Council. I mean, your 18-year-old self at a telly would be thinking, come on, let's do this, let's go, And so, just want to say, anyone that's listening and anyone that's watching, be inspired, be motivated. And I just want to ask, where can they find more information about you, in terms of your business, in terms of what you do, what's your social media handle, that type of thing?
Yeah, sure. So, I'm most active on Instagram, which
Okay.
is ecom by Anatoly.
Okay.
It's my personal business Instagram, and our company website goldenstreammedia.com, or Golden Stream team in Instagram
Okay.
as well. We are active there, and yeah, YouTube channel Anatoly Labinskiy. We are delivering there every single week some valuable content about the mindset as well, about the drop shipping, about the e-commerce in general,
Yeah.
Shopify. So it's super useful content. We're having great feedback on it. So if you would like, just subscribe to the channel, write comments what kind of subject you would like to see. And usually if someone write to us some subject, we try to record a video about that to deliver the value exactly what people looking for.
Okay. Wow. Wow. That's great. So yeah, I'll definitely get that from your team and put it in the description. So so that they can take a look at that. But yeah, once again, this has been the Daily Dose of Boss. I am energized, motivated, inspired to go and continue what I'm doing. And also, you should be as well, to be the next founder, next CEO, and to do what you can, and just know that what you're in is just for a season and there is much more to be done afterwards. Thank you so much, Anatoly. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and we will see you guys later. Once again, this is Daily Dose of Boss. Find us on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, any other media channel as well. You would be able to find us on. I really appreciate that. And take care, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.